is Rona, and today I am here with a layout for two different hops. The first one was actually, this is late coming up, and I was going to just skip this week, but I hate to do that. I really want to focus on using some of my favorite photos every week. And so these are some photos from when it snowed here a couple weeks ago now. And they are of my beautiful daughter and granddaughter. And I really wanted to focus on these for this week. It is also for Rediscover Your Stash, Sarah Scrapp's group that's in a Facebook group. It is the product focus that I do every month. And the product focus this month is trim and ribbon, that kind of thing. So I am going to go all out with some of my stash. So what all of these products are that I'm going to be using today are from Snow and Cocoa, a crepe paper line from way back. I believe I bought most of this at Tuesday Morning, like in 2018, so it was probably already a year old or so when I got it, 2018, 2019, something like that. Anyway, so I'm going to pull these out. I wanted to scrap these photos, and so I had pulled these out because I like the peachy pink colors in this. It really went with Addie's coat that she was wearing. And of course it's snow stuff, so I thought this was perfect. And I decided that I wanted to play along with the Rediscover Your Stash, and this was, so I decided to go heavy with my tags and then add my ribbons and trims here on that. So you can see me here making some tags, and I took, just an easy way here. I pulled out a pre-made tag. This one that I'm cutting now is a little bit larger than the first one I did. It's an L Studio tag, and the other one was just a die cut from this line, and so I just pulled out some of the 6x6 papers and cut them up into some tags. This is a super, super old, like probably 2005, 2006 ribbon. And it has some pinks and peaches. There were a few of the circles that are kind of a brighter orange, but I'm going to cover those up. And I decided I wanted to make this a little pocket for my tags. So I'm using ribbon in this way that's going to be my pocket, and I'm also pulled out some of this washi tape that's a glittery gold that is from Snow and Cocoa. I wanted that at the bottom because my title says Let It Snow. It's a chipboard piece and it has that gold glitter, so I wanted that at the top and the bottom, and then I'm also going to pull in something to go in the middle as well with that gold glitter so that it's kind of flowing throughout the whole layout. So I got the first one that's going to be the pocket down, and then I wanted some of this pom-pom trim because it's my favorite of all the ribbons, this pom-pom trim. So it's going to be down here at the bottom, and I thought it was perfect for a snow layout. So I'm going to wrap it around, and I'm just using some Scotch tape to hold it down, but the red line tape that I used will hold it in place, and then I'm going to do another layer of red line tape kind of over the top of it, and that's going to hold my washi tape in place because this washi is kind of old. I was afraid it was not going to stick well enough, and I'm sure it wouldn't have. It really isn't that sticky at all. So of course red line tape sticks amazingly, but it's really hard to get the backing off, so I'm fussing around trying to get that backing off, and then I can add my washi. So that's turning out like I wanted it to, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap that around, also add a little bit more tape to hold everything in place, and then I've got my pocket. So there's my title. It says Let It Snow. And I'm going to just add my photos kind of right in the middle here, and then all the tags are going to go down here at the bottom. So it is going to definitely be very heavily very heavy on the bottom and very light at the top. I thought that was okay. Kind of reminds you of a snowbank, right? It's the sky is light and the snowbank is, heavy. I don't know. Here's my gold for the center, and it is a frame. It fit over this pretty nicely. I'm cutting out the edges. It makes that picture a little bit smaller than the others, but I wanted it to kind of stand out because it's a good picture of both of them laughing as they got to the bottom of the hill. So I like that. I'm using my crocodile that has two different sizes of holes to poke the holes in all of my tags. And then I'm also showing you where I decided I wanted some hole reinforcers. So I made my own just using a hole punch, or it's actually a little circle punch. And I punched out the holes or the polka dots on that pink and peach paper. And then I poked I redid punching the holes through the center of the little circle punch. And that makes your own reinforcers. So I am going to fuss around with some ribbons. I pulled out several. I have some sheer pink, some sheer gold. The gold matches really well with the sparkly. It's kind of hard to tell online because or on film, because it is kind of a transparent ribbon, but that's okay. It matches really good in real life, so I'm good with how that turned out. The pink also, I have some light pink, and then I have some peachy pink that are like a Grosgain, and then I have one that's kind of velvety, and I'm going to do some of this on screen, and then I'm going to go off screen because I had to go find some more ribbons. I decided I wanted a couple more variations. I didn't want to just use the same ones over and over. I even added in some rickrack, a thick one and a thin one in white. And I tied some of them in bows. One of them is just tied in a knot. Some of them are, and I stapled a couple on that first one that I stapled on that you can see it's already done. I ended up not liking that, so I'm going to cover it up. So I do have one that's stapled. I think the rickrack is the staples are still showing, and that's the only place I stapled, and that is bothering me a little bit, but I'm going to try and get over it. As you can probably already tell, this is definitely going to be a more is more layout. I have so much of this stuff, and I've had it for so long. I am going to use quite a bit of it here, but I still have so much. So it will probably, I will probably hold out some to do a page that will be beside this page, because I have some other pictures that I want to do from this day of Addie for her book. And so I'm going to leave some things there, and then I'm going to pull some stuff out and make a little kit for the scrapbook yard sale that I'll be going to at a crop. There's always a yard sale at the same time as the crop, and I like to take some things, and I have not taken much, pulled much out yet, and so anything I scrapbook using Stash from, over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be trying to pull from and get rid of some of it, because I just have, it's overwhelming. I have so much of some of these collections, and there's no need, because I've been holding on to it for this long, and I'm never going to use it all. So even if I do all of my layouts with as much stuff as I put on this one, I'm still never going to use it all, and I don't. So I am just pulling out lots of little bits, and several of them are word bits. Some of them are going to go in the pocket. Some of them are going to go up here to embellish around the photos. And that little heart, I really like that little heart. It looks like a sweater. It matches so well to the background paper that I ended up pulling out. And the background paper, I didn't say that. It's a Coordinations, super old. And it kind of has a texture. And I liked how that looked. You can actually take like a piece of sandpaper and sand off some of the color from this. That was kind of how we used it way back in the day. And I didn't do that this time. It would have worked and that would have been fine too, but I knew I was going to be using a lot of stuff on this layout, so I wasn't too worried about any of the background showing. But the color worked really well with this collection, and I didn't have any 12 by 12. I had a bunch of 6 by 6, but no 12 by 12. So just adding in some of the snowflakes, some of the chipboard. I kind of went back. I forgot to pull out the chipboard as I was going through this, and I ended up pulling a few pieces that I just insisted on getting on the layout, but I didn't have room for some of what I really wanted to use. So they may make it to the other page that I do. Hopefully I can get that done in the next week or so. See that big bear with a scarf? I really wanted that on here because it's so cute. But anyway, it'll make it on the next one, I'm sure. I did get the three little birds that I pulled out that I wanted on here, so they were not quite as big, so they worked really well with this more is more here. There's another one. They're so cute. I love little birds anyway. But the way they're drawn, they're adorable. Their little hats on and things. That's going to change a little bit. I don't know. I did not glue any of this down on camera, so you can see there because that's a disaster trying to lift up just little bits, but I really like to have everything where I want it before I start doing a bunch of gluing. So I did that off screen, and it took quite a while because there were a lot of pieces. I did glue down using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, these little hearts that I'm putting on here now, but also some of the ribbons. If you've followed me for a while, you know I like to have my ribbons and tie bows and twine and any of that kind of stuff. I like to have it down where I want it. So some of these are, some of them aren't. It just depended on what it was and how well it was staying where I wanted it. So this is about the end. I'm going to glue these last little bits of hearts down. I did use a few puffies. I'm going to have some close-ups here. There are lots of people playing along with both of these hops. The 52 favorite photos, everyday photos. There's a lot of people in that one. It's listed below, and also the Rediscover Your Stash is a hop, and I believe you just hop along to each person. It is not a playlist, but all of that information will be in the description box. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I would love for you to do that. I have 500 subscribers now, and I'm going to be doing a celebration hop, and there will be prizes for that, so you won't want to miss that. So definitely subscribe and hit that notification bell so you will know when that comes about, because there will be a giveaway as well. Thanks a lot for joining me today, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.